I am a teacher in biology. I hope you must have performed well in your CBSE exams. I am a teacher who is teaching biology from last 30 years. I have given several batches with very good academic results, and I want to tell you some important expected questions which are likely to come in the present paper, which is going to be held on 5th April 2017. So I am expecting that at least from these questions you will be able to get 70% questions in your examination. So we start with the chapter number 2. The 100% there will be a question either on microsporogenesis or megasporogenesis. Usually the question is in the OR form. It carries 5 marks question. Then another favorite question is Cristogamous and Chasmogamous flowers. Then the certain outbreeding devices, they are used by the plants to prevent self-pollination. From the 3rd chapter, we are expecting that menstrual cycles in females, they are the most important questions. Then spermatogenesis, oogenesis, they are also some of the favorite questions which is asked in the paper. Then after this, you must know the fertilization and implantation, then the various hormonal changes which take place in the males and females during the pregnancy, during the fertilization, after puberty. These are some of the important things which are asked in the examination. Then the 4th chapter, that also carries a good weightage, where the contraceptives, they are the most favorite part of the examiner, and you should know the properties which are possessed by the ideal contraceptive. Then there are certain methods which are used for contraception, like physical, chemical, biological method, natural methods, surgical methods of contraception. And not the least, most favorite question from this of the examiner is your in vitro fertilization are the assisted reproductive technologies. Even the sample papers, they also show that these questions are usually asked in the examinations. Then we come to the part of the genetics. Here the Mendel's laws. Out of these 3 laws, usually one law is always there in the examination. Then the codominance, polygenic inheritance, sex determination in honeybee, sickle cell anemia, phenylketonuria. I think phenylketonuria has never been asked in the examination, so this becomes one of the most important questions which is likely to come in the coming exam. Then the syndromic features, especially the Down syndrome and Klinefelter syndrome. As you know that the Down syndrome is found in both males as well as females. Then from the 6th chapter, the most important chapter, which is carrying the weightage of around 8 to 10 marks. Here you will find the genetic code, transcription which is carried out in prokaryotes and eukaryotes, the exons and introns. Then your 3 experiments are there which are certainly asked. 2 experiments are for representing the DNA is the genetic material in all eukaryotic and prokaryotic organisms, and the 3rd experiment is to prove that the DNA replication is semi-conservative. So in all the 3 sets of the paper, we expect that these experiments are there. Then the process of translation, the structure of transfer RNA, HGP, DNA fingerprinting, these are also some of the expected questions, and not the least, lac operon is 100% there in the paper. Then we come to the unit of human in the role of biology in human welfare. There are 3 chapters which are carrying 14 marks. So in this case, the most favorite question is the steps in the plant breeding for disease resistance. Then usually the value based question, it is either asked from the last unit or it is asked from animal husbandry. I think now the present situation is to take care of the environment as well as our livestock. So the expected value based question is from animal husbandry. Then the questions on your disease portion can be there. AIDS, cancer, malaria, Then the structure of immunoglobulins. These are the most important questions which are usually asked in the examination. Then from the 10th chapter he has very little portion but very important questions are there. There are certain substances which are used as clot buster and the cholesterol lowering agents are there. Then how the fruit juices are cleared by use of pectinases, proteases. These questions are always there in the examination. Then from your biotechnology, BT cotton, pest resistant plant, insulin formation and the gene therapy. These are the 4 important things which are usually asked in the form of or, but they are 100% there in the paper. There is no question of not being present in the paper. Then we come to the steps in the recombinant DNA technology, where your PCR technique that holds the maximum importance. PCR and bioreactors, they are usually used for this purpose. The various organisms which are used as cloning vector, DNA formation or extraction of DNA by the spooling process. These are some of the important questions from this chapter. Then we come to the last unit where the ecology portion is there. Though this portion is very easy, but there are several case studies which are usually coming up in the examination. So the population interactions, then differences between the individuals and the population. We can think of the regulators, conformers, partial regulators. These are the questions which are usually there in the examination. Then from the next chapter you can find that the ecological succession that is usually asked. Then the questions on your ecological pyramids, nutrient cycling, then finding out the difference between the standing state and the standing crop. This can be your question which is expected to come in the present paper. Then from the types of the biodiversity, 3 types of biodiversity are there. That is 1 marker question is always there from this portion. In situ and ex situ conservation, these are the techniques which are used for biodiversity. Of course, we cannot forget Ramsar sites. These are the special wetland places which are used to conserve biodiversity. Then Rivet-Popper hypothesis, this is also asked, very important question where he has compared the ecosystem with an airplane and finding out why even if a single species is lost from the universe, how it is mattering to the biodiversity. Then the last chapter, environment, very important questions are there. We can talk of the use of CNG, one of the best form of your fuels which is used to run our vehicles. Electrostatic precipitators are there. Noise pollution, effect of the UV rays, algal blooms, role of BOD, relationship between BOD and the organisms, the microbes, how the pollution level is controlled by the BOD, then your eutrophication, algal blooms, and even use of effects of UV rays. El Nino effects, these are some of the expected questions which are likely to come in the coming board examination. Hope you have done these questions. You will be doing it in your coming days and you will be able to perform well in your final examination. Still, if you have any queries, please drop a comment, like my video so that I can give further videos also related to the biology subject.